good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Ministries Toya. I'm here. I got my coffee, and I am so ready for our conversation today. So, before I jump in, I just want to say good morning. I'm happy to have you all here. I'm happy to be here. Let me apologize for being late. I had an appointment this morning, and I was unable to really get out of it. So I was running late, and then guys, really, I didn't have my face on. So I did not have my face on, and I was not about to go on air without my face. So I so apologize for being late, and I'm going to get better at that. So mm, I absolutely am so excited about today's show. I'm absolutely excited about the conversation that we're about to have, that we're about to embark on today. As you notice, I'm here by myself. I don't have a co-host anymore, and that's unfortunate. And I miss my co-host. Right? I think that the show. I think that my co-host brought something very special to the show, and it's nice to talk with someone who not necessarily has your same views, but at the end of the day, you're trying to get to the same place. So I might look at having another co-host sometime soon, because I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the conversations that Samantha and I had, and I would like that again. I don't know. I don't know. We had a difference of opinion, and but people have differences of opinion. What I like about the ladies from The View is that they are able to disagree without being disagreeable. And I know that sometimes Meghan McCain may say some things to Whoopi Goldberg that Whoopi does not like or does not feel comfortable with, or Whoopi, and vice versa. But at the end of the day, they're able to meet, some type of common ground, because we don't all have the same views. But I know people are wondering, like, where's Samantha? So right now, hey, Rosalind, how are you, girl? I cannot see without my glasses. I don't know what I'm saying. I have missed you so incredibly much. Let me see what you're saying. Yes, I love that, Miss Toya. It's all right. It's nice to have different perspectives, but wanting to get to it, you are absolutely right. I don't want someone to always agree with me. People who always agree with you, really don't like you. I'm gonna tell you, people who never call you on your stuff or never say anything. Hey, how you doing? That's Rosalind? Hey, Rosalind, I love you, girl. I miss you so much. You gotta come and do some work with us in the Green Party. It's always something going on over there, right? Come join one of the committees and let's do some work together. I really do miss being around you. But you got to have differences of opinion. You have to have that, because things do not work right with people who are always your yes people. I don't want yes people around me, and I've had that. I was a popular teenager. I was on a cheerleading team, and I was popular, and I hung out with all the popular girls, and popular girls are really fast girls. Let me tell you something. They say they're popular, but they're really fast. So if your daughter's too popular, you better keep an eye on her, right? But my mama used to say when I was younger, she said, fast girls don't get caught. And I guess I did not get caught. When she says get caught, they don't get pregnant, they don't get caught up and all that. So I guess they're too fast. I don't know. But yeah, so I've had people around me who could, just because they wanted to be around me, that they will agree with me. But those people don't really care about you. Because anybody that won't tell you about yourself, or won't call you on your stuff, or will always agree with you, does not love you, does not care about you, and does not have your best interest at heart. The Bible says, be wary of those that men always talk good of. Be wary when men always find favor with you. You got to be doing something a little wrong, right? People can't. If people always agree with you, there's something wrong there, right? You're not doing your job if people are always agreeing with you. And I'm going to say what I need to say in that moment. And sometimes I might hurt some feelings. Sometimes I might speak out of turn. And it's not to hurt anybody. Just tell me. And I'll apologize. But I'm not apologizing for what I'm saying. I'm apologizing for how it affected you or how I may have said it in that context. Because I'm unapologetic about the things that I say. Because I mean it. I'm sorry. I mean it. But I don't want to hurt anybody with what I don't want to say it in a way where it hurts other people. And so I guess that's what happened. I made a comment. It hurt my co-host. And she decided that she wanted to move on. And I'm okay with that. I'm not really okay with that. Let me not lie. Because I didn't mean, I'm not going to keep apologizing for what happened, because I've apologized. I've let it go. God has forgiven me. I've forgiven me. And I don't really forgive me because I meant what I said. I just should have said it in a different way. Right? But that all aside, I just wanted to let you guys know where my co-host was, and if people were thinking, like, where is Samantha? And I just want to let you guys know what happened. We are still good friends. I still love her. We are still strong women of the Green Party, and we're going to continue to do this work no matter what, right? I have nothing bad to say about that young woman because I think she's an amazing young woman. Let's talk about the stimulus payments. Y'all don't want to talk about stimulus. I know all y'all got y'all checks. You all happy. You got your $600 and you're excited about that. I know y'all get y'all money. Like, I already know. I know you're not mad about the fact that the IRS is sending money to other people's accounts and saying that they're not. I know you're not mad, right? I know you're all happy about the little $600 that the Democrats decided to give you. Y'all voted for them, though. But I know you're excited. So what's happening? Let me break this down to you. And I'm going to break it down. Let me break it down. What is actually happening is millions of Americans are waiting on this stimulus relief package to be released by the IRS. And like third-party tax institute, like if you had your taxes done by TurboTax or H&R Block, Liberty, tax, any of those tax agent, Jackson Hewitt. What's happening is that it's going to Jackson Hewitt first, and then people are afraid that they're going to, some of the institutions have been taking fees out for their taxes when they should have took the fees out for taxes at tax time, right? And they're not, and the banks are not receiving, especially if you have debit cards, and the banks are not receiving the funds, and they're not depositing them into the account. So there are millions, and I literally mean millions of Americans who have not received their stimulus package. There are millions of Americans who are and I know $600 might not sound like a lot to you, but $600 is a lot when you don't have any food in your refrigerator. $600 is a lot when you have no gas in your car. $600 is a lot when you got to pay for internet for your child to be able to go to school. $600 is a lot when you haven't paid your rent in 6 months. $600 is a lot. And I know it doesn't sound like much, because we know that once we get it, it's already spent. That money's already gone, right? I know it's gone. You know it's gone. But darn it, we know that it should have been a $2,000 stimulus package, right? They should have sent us $2,000. A lot of people haven't gotten this. Millions of Americans haven't gotten their stimulus pay, and the ones who have, most of them are lacking their dependent pay. So people are literally going hungry, and our country doesn't care. I don't care what you say. If you're in political office, you get paid. If you're the city council in Minneapolis, you make $90,000 a year. You are not starving. If I ran for office in Congress, and I still can't tell you what the job paid, but I'm sure it paid more than $600. And those people are not starving. Not with Nancy Pelosi matching up every outfit with a new mask. That Nancy Pelosi out here rocking masks like Prince used to rock guitars. So he got a mask for every outfit. Masks cost money. So that tells me that you're not starving. But the American people, Miss Pelosi, are starving. The American people Mr. McKinley, are starving. And you're doing nothing to help them. Nothing to help us. I'm not endorsing this coffee, but this is some darn good coffee. This from Holiday. I will to Holiday before I would go to Starbucks. I'm telling you, they got a Brazilian coffee that is off the chain. But anyway, I digress. So I'm on, I'm in the chats. I'm in everybody's group. I'm in your group if I don't even belong in your group. Like I'm in the group, and in the Netspin group, in the Bluebird group. I'm in all the groups. And the stimulus, we're my stimulus group. And what people are continuously saying is, where is the stimulus that we were promised? They're posting stimulus, those $600 stimulus payments sporadically, like here and there. Like they did a bunch on the 30th, but then a lot of people, and I wish you could go into these chats, and I wish you could go see, a lot of people did not receive it, and they're hurting. They're saying, we really need this money. We really need this money, and the banks are not posting the stimulus checks that were supposed to come out. Yep, they were supposed to come out on the 4th. And if you go to the IRS site, most of the time it says, and I hear this is a glitch in the system, so I don't want people to panic when they see your first payment for your stimulus, and at the bottom, what you'll see is there's not enough information, or you may not qualify. Do not panic. I talked to someone at IRS. I hear it's a glitch in the system. Checks are coming to all that qualify. So please, if you got a check earlier this year, whether they send it on a debit card, they send it in a check, or they put it in your account, they are coming. And I know we need this money. I know we do. But I don't want anybody to lose sleep over the fact that the IRS is processed. IRS was hit with this all at once, right? And they're processing so many deposits and so many stimulus payments that there are glitches in the system. So when you go to the IRS and you see that in the system, please don't be afraid. Don't panic. Okay? The lady, I sat on the phone for 2 hours with IRS personally so that I could come back and let you guys know what they said. And what they told me was that they're having a glitch in the system, and more than likely, you know how in TurboTax, like on the IRS site, when you get your taxes, it doesn't show. It'll have the date that your taxes are coming. You might get your taxes 2 days early, and then after that, it'll show it posted, right? It'll color in, like 2-3 days after that. But you got your money already, and still showing that it's coming, right? It's still showing pending. But then after you get your money, so look at it that way, and let's keep some faith. I talked to you guys the other day about faith, right? So let's just keep the faith and know that our stimulus payments are coming. They will be there. I know it's hard. I know it's been hard, right? But what can we say, right? So I was watching the news, and you guys know that I'm not a big fan of the vaccine. I'm not advocating for the vaccine. I don't pretty much care for the vaccine. I don't want to have anything to do with the vaccine. And most Black people don't. And let me tell you why. We have a history with the medical, people in the medical field, with things that they have done to us in the past. First, the Ski Project experiment, Fannie Lou Hamer, Black women being sterilized, Planned Parenthood, Native and Indigenous people being given smallpox and blankets. We and the Native and Black ADOS community, we have some issues. I'm just letting you know. So a lot of us we're not up for the vaccine. But let me tell you what these people did, what the status quo did. They're so funny. A lot of people don't know Hank Arron. Hank Arron is a baseball legend. He is a baseball legend. I don't even watch baseball, and I know that Hank Arron is a baseball legend. I know that people in his era think that he is wonderful. I know that people who watch baseball love Hank Arron, and so does the status quo. So let me tell you what they did. They put Hank Arron up to getting the first round of the virus, of the vaccine for the virus, to show, this is what they literally said on the news, to show the African American community that there's nothing to be afraid of. I would not care if Hank Arron took the vaccine. I don't care if my mama take the vaccine. I don't care who takes the vaccine to show people in the African American community that it's safe. I don't care what black person they put up there. You can put all the black people up there. Guess who's not going? I'm not going, because I feel like I don't know what you're going to give me. I don't know what's in the vaccine. I'm good. I'm not doing that. They put Hank Arron, like they should have put like Idris Elba or that guy who's married to the lady with the pretty eyes, Boris Cujo, or somebody like that. So let's put somebody that you know, like somebody other than somebody other than Hank Arron. Anybody like that. Hank Arron is not gonna make me want to go take the vaccine. I'm just telling you, he didn't make me want to watch baseball. So I know that I'm not going to watch the vaccine, and I'm not going to go and take the vaccine because of Hank Arron. I'm not going to do it because Obama did it. I'm not going to do it because Camilla did it. I do not care who they put up there, unless Jesus himself tells me he got, and I'm not talking about in my spirit. He gonna have to talk to me in an audible voice. You have to do what Moses did to God, what God did to Moses. You have to form in a burning bush or something. Toya, Minister Toya, child of mine, I need you to be an example for the people and go take the vaccine. Nothing will happen to you. I'm gonna need that. And if I can't get that, I'm not going. I'm probably sure I'm not going. But I'm not discouraging anybody from going. If you feel comfortable, I'm not telling anybody, if you feel comfortable in your spirit with yourself and your family, and you are an indigenous person, or you are an African American person, or an African person, or a person of color. I hate that word, people of color, because it doesn't give us our individuality, right? Or, so I try to name as many as I can think of, so that we all have our individuality. But if you are a person who's not white in this country, and you're thinking you want to go, let's go do this vaccine, you trust the medical profession and people in the medical field that much, where you want to give them, you don't know what they're going to shoot you up with, but you're okay with it because you just trust them, then by all means. And then I want you to come back to me in maybe 3 or 4 months, and I want you to say, Minister Toya, I took the virus. I'm the vaccine for the virus, and I am perfectly healthy. And then, because that's not going to convince me, then I want you to come back to me in 6 more months and say, Minister Toya, I took the vaccine for the virus, and I am perfectly healthy. And then I might think about it, right? But if I see you in a year and you're good and you are healthy, I might. But then if all you guys take the shot and y'all get healthy, I ain't got to worry about taking it because I don't have to worry about catching it, right? Yes. But yeah, I had to talk about Hank Arron because I don't think that you should allow the status quo, Mr. Arron, to put you in a position where you're trying to convince people who are afraid, people who have been through horrific conditions in this country. Could you imagine being given a blanket with smallpox on it? And then that way you go to sleep and you not wake up? You're thinking that the people who gave you this gift, they gave me a gift. And I'm gonna show them how to toil the land. I'm gonna teach them some things. They gave me this gift, but what they really gave you was smallpox. Or people who said that they were curing you from syphilis, but they were really injecting you with syphilis. What do we do about that? How do you guys feel about that? I know that sometimes we're gonna have to trust. We're gonna have to trust in God, because the Bible says not to trust any man. I don't have to have trust in man, but I do have to have faith in God, right? Because there is nothing He can't do. But Jesus didn't tell me to go get the vaccine. I'm just gonna let y'all know I don't feel convicted at all. I don't feel. But I do want to let you know that if you feel comfortable enough with getting the vaccine, if seeing Hank Arron, I will stop. If seeing Hank Arron got you motivated and excited to go get the vaccine because one of our baseball legends, black baseball legends, went and get the first round of his coronavirus vaccine, then by all means follow his footsteps. Not I said the little black girl, I ain't going. But I need you to make up your own mind. This is just my thoughts. This is what I'm doing, right? You don't have to follow in my footsteps. So I was at the grocery store yesterday, and I wrote it. I put it in my phone. I need to say this. Body shaming is not okay. I know I'm jumping way off course, but I just, it hurt my feelings so bad. And it weren't that, y'all know, me, I'm gonna jump in. I root for the underdog. So there was a young Caucasian woman, and we were in the Cub. And there were some younger Caucasian girls, and they were cheerleaders. I just have to say this. I got to get this off my chest. And I know it's way off topic, but I just need to say this. And they were cheerleaders, and apparently they all went to the same school. And in 2021, I did not think that bullying still happens. As much bullying awareness as there is, and bullying, we're not, I didn't think that was still happening. But they were talking, we were in line, and they were talking about this young lady's girth so bad that it made me want to cry. It made me feel some kind of way on the inside. First of all, for two reasons. I'm going to tell you the two reasons. First of all, when I was growing up, I was very chubby. I've always struggled with my weight. I've always either been too small, too big, too small, and I had an eating disorder. Yes. Ministries Toya had eating disorder. I was bulimic because I was always made to feel bad about my weight. I was chubby. And then I was imagine me 9 years old, 4'11", 135 pounds. It's huge. And kids made fun of me. And it brought back a lot of memories for me. And I'm sorry, I need to say this, and I'm so sorry for getting off topic. It brought back a lot of memories for me because kids would bully me. But guess what? I went from being that 140 pounds and 4'11" to 5'5" and a half and 135 pounds. 5'6" to 135 pounds in ninth grade. So all of that fell all in the right places. So, and I was on a cheerleader, and I became a cheerleader, and I always cheered. I cheered fat, but I became a cheerleader, and I did the same thing to little girls like me, to girls like me, who I was, um, when I lost the weight, when I became smaller. The girls who made fun of me, I used to be like, let me talk about the back of the bus. The back of the bus, like it was a bad thing in the 60s, but when I was going to high school, the back of the in 8th grade and all that in grammar school, the back of the bus where all the cool kids sat. All during grade school, up until 8th grade, I never sat in the back of the bus because every time I sat back there, they talked about me and they made me feel bad. But guess what happened? After that, after I lost all the weight and I became pretty, and I thought I was pretty anyway. My hair changed. I had the total look. My grandma introduced me to makeup and all of this when I lost all the weight and I became cheerleader. I was on a varsity team when I should have been on the Far South team as a freshman. And I could sit in the back of the bus and make fun of others. And I remember that. And it hurt me because that's what I did to other people. And it hurt me because I was that little girl. I found myself outside of the store. This little girl sat outside in the cold. I don't know who she was waiting on, but she was sitting in the cold and she was literally in tears outside of Cub in Golden Valley yesterday. And I could not leave her like that. Could not leave her like that. I had to literally stop and to let her know, you are beautiful. You are a beautiful girl, whether you're big or small. And she explained to me how she struggled with her weight and how her mother made fun of her. And I was able to identify with that. And she's 17 years old, beautiful young lady. And we are going to exercise together. We're going to virtually exercise together. And she became my new best friend. So in the COVID, I made a friend with a 17-year-old young lady who reminded me so much of me. And I want to say, Nicole, I love you. I love you, baby. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not beautiful. You are a beautiful girl, whether you are heavy or small. You're a beautiful girl from the inside out, and it was such a pleasure meeting you. I'm so glad I met you yesterday. I got a new friend, and I don't even like teenagers. I'm just kidding. But I love her. Okay. So I digress. Let me get back. So I literally want to let you know that stimulus packages are coming out. They're getting posted really slow. Stay on the banks. Stay on IRS. Stay on TurboTax. Stay on Jackson Hewitt's neck. Stand on H&R Block. H&R Black. Okay. H&R Block. Make sure that they pay. They're doing their jobs and they're not being lackadaisical, right? And then call your congressperson. Call your congressperson. Let them know that you deserve more than what they're giving you. Let them know that you deserve to be treated as a human being. And once again, I want to apologize to you guys for being late. I'm going to become more consistent. And I think that I am going to find another co-host. I really like doing my show with somebody. I really enjoyed that. That was really fun for me. I like bouncing off other people, bouncing off ideas. And I like talking to my co-hosts because we didn't always have the same ideas, but we were trying to get to the same place. And I want that. Like I want that, and that's what I want. That's what I want the format of my show to be. I love talking. Y'all know I'm a minister. I can talk to you forever, ever in a day. Ever in a day. There was a song called I ain't about to sing, but there forever in a day I can talk, right? But I want more for my show. And I want to challenge someone. I want someone to challenge me. And I'm just starting, y'all. I'm just starting out. I'm just starting to get this together. Stick with me. Don't leave, right? Hang, tell your friends. And I promise you that I'm always going to tell you the truth. I'm always going to fact check. I promise you that if you need me, I'm here. I promise you that I'm gonna bring you news that means something to you and our community. And I'm also gonna bring you a little humor, right? And we're gonna have a good time. You're always welcome to talk and ask questions. I like an interactive audience. That's why I do these shows on YouTube, so I can, and on Facebook, so people can talk back to me, right? So I'm just getting it together. I'm still working out the format of my show, and I want the right fit for me and the right person. But I tell you, I liked having a co-host, and I want to do that again. So this week, I will be looking for a co-host. I will be going on people's lives. I will be looking at people's feeds. I will be talking to people because because I want to bring you the best. I want to bring you the best that you deserve. I want to bring you the very best in Black news. I want to bring you the very best in community news. I want to bring you more than just my opinion, more than just what I think about, because I thought that was wonderful. I really did. So this week I'll be looking for a new co-host, and I don't know if they're going to be male or female. I don't know if they're going to be, they will be a minority. More so, I don't know if they'll be ADOS or African or Hispanic or indigenous. I don't know yet, because I think that different views bring about such a wider and broader perspective. More than likely they'll be ADOS, because I want to do Black news. But they could, or African, because I want to bring, I want to bring you Black news, and I want to bring you solid Black, what's going on in our communities, right? But we're going to get it together, right? I am working on it, and I'm going to bring it together. I've like only been doing this for a couple of weeks, and it's so much fun. I so enjoy like reading the paper or looking at the news, reading, like time feeds or going into those groups where people are like Netspin and checking out the posts about how people are hurting and what they need for the government to do. I so like looking at the news so that I can tell you different stories. There was a young man, yes, African-American male last night, and he single-handedly saved the life of a state trooper last night. Black male. Let me tell you the irony of this. Black male saves white trooper from DUI, driving under assailant, right? The assailant not only assaulted the officer, but he de-armed him, right? He took his gun, right? Like, who does that? But this young Black man who used to be last night, I kid you not, I saw it on Care 11. I think it was Care 11. Or Fox 9. I'm not sure. But I saw it on the news last night. So this young man used to be 5 years ago, he was a security guard. And he stopped. He did what most Black men would not have done. I personally would not have gotten involved. Because something that went left, those two white people, it went left, it'd been all my fault. I'm not going. But this man stopped to help this officer who had been assaulted and de-armed. His gun got taken. The assailant is in jail currently. He has been arrested. They did catch him. But yeah, so big ups to him. Thank you for I ain't gonna tell y'all what I think, but thank you for being the person that you are. Thank you, because we need people like that. We need people in this world who will just fight for the life of their fellow American. I wouldn't have stopped. I'm saying, because I don't trust police officers. I could have been set up. My mind, I have all these conspiracy thoughts for a minute. So I think really, like, I'd be serious. Like, I'd be like, they saw me coming down the block and they staged that. So as soon as I stopped to try to help this man, it's something gonna go wrong and I'm gonna end up in jail or dead. No, I'm good. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't stop. I promise you I wouldn't. But I'm glad that he did. I wish I had took the time. I wish I would have. I could remember his name. But we are very proud of you. We are very proud of you, young man. And if somebody only did that for George Floyd, huh? If somebody would have only did that for George Floyd. Systematic. It's systematic. I'm so happy to be here, you guys. And I had something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh, our reparations rally is coming up. Yay! Black lives, they matter here. They matter here. They gonna matter in DC. Guys, we're going to DC. We're going to DC to demand reparations for American descendants of chattel slavery. We are excited about this. We are excited about going to DC. We are excited about this rally. We're excited about standing up and demanding reparations for American citizens of chattel slavery. We're excited about demanding police reform. I don't want reform. I don't. I want to dismantle and reform the police structure. That's just for me. Police don't carry guns and they don't carry guns in Britain. I don't think that they should carry guns in America. Right? They're not carrying guns in Great Britain and Spain. I don't think that they should carry guns in America. I want you where you live. If you don't live in that city, in that neighborhood, I don't think that you should patrol it. Because Black people have been so crucified in America, I want the system to make special allowances for Black people to be able to become police officers. I want you to, if you have a misdemeanor, I want that not to be looked upon and you be able to go through training. Yeah. I feel like if you're not from a community, if you don't live in that community, if you don't know the people in that community, you should not be policing that community. And that's just the realism of it. I cannot stress enough that a community control over the police is crucial. I'm with I believe there are organizations, there's a movement across the country. It's called Black Community Control over the Police. Of course, we're not going to do that here, but we do want impact. We do want community control over the police. We do want to see the non-partisan body. I'm not that can work, but I would like to see a non-partisan body of the most affected people of police brutality be over this. So I support Minister Toya Woodland support community control over the police. I support defunding the police. And let me tell you, defunding doesn't mean dismantling. It doesn't mean you're going to fire cops, but that means you're going to take that money that they use for military type weapons and you're going to put it back into the community, put it back into some training, put it back in. They need to go back to school and get some mental health training or find some crisis or paying crisis workers to go out with police so that the crisis workers are handling those people who are having mental breakdowns. Right? So that's what I'm saying. I believe that should happen. I believe that should happen. And I believe I truly believe in defunding the police. I truly believe in community control. And I believe that reparations are owed to American descendants of chattel slavery. And until we get justice, there will be no peace. No justice, no peace. until we get the justice that we deserve, until Black Lives Matter for everyone, until Black Lives Matter, no lives matter. Because you can't say, let me tell you something, white supremacy. You can't say that all lives matter if Black people are being shot down in the street. You can't say that all lives matter if they're doing redistricting and redlining in our communities. You cannot say all lives matter if Black people can't own anything outside of a beauty shop, a beauty salon, and a barbershop in our community. You cannot say all lives matter when we are jailed at 7 times the rate as white Americans. You cannot say all lives matter when we are consistently being oppressed here in America. When that stops, when reparations are paid, when that the treatment of Black people is the way we are treated in this country, until all men are created equal, until we are all treated equal in this country, I don't have to live with you, but I'd be doggone, you need to treat me like that, like you get treated. I want to be equal. Next week, we're going to talk about separate but equal. We're going to talk about that. They have a group. My friend's in a group. She has a group. It's called what does she call them? Separationists. Separationists are people who want to live away from white people. Right? Give us our reparations and we're going over here. Like, why can't we just split the country in half? Right? That's how they feel. But everyone doesn't feel like that. Everyone doesn't feel like that. I don't care either way. I grew up in a suburb called Country Club Hills. It was 3% Black. I'd be so glad to be around Black people. I don't be knowing what to do sometimes. I was so glad when I started coming. My grandma started letting me come to the city. I was like, where y'all be? For real, because they didn't like. I didn't see them people in my school. They weren't in my school. I was like, people look. My grandma owned the hair salon on 103rd and St. Louis in Chicago, and I went to a school called Wendell Smith on 103rd and Cottage Grove in Chicago. And man, they all look different, right? Like I was like, Dad. Right, I lived in Chicago at the time, so I lived around. I mean, I'm not like I never lived around other Black kids. I lived around Black kids. I lived on 105th and Corliss, and so ended up moving to Country Club Hills with my grandmother. Man, it was like 4 Black kids, and we all stuck together, right? And so I did have a lot of white friends. I did. I had a lot of white friends, and I remember when I started coming, when I got older and I was going to high school, I went to high school in the city of Chicago with the Hyde Park Career Academy. And I remember coming out I was out in the hood, you know, I thought I was cute. And I was small in the waist, cute in the face. I thought I had it on, right? So I remember when I first started seeing stuff I had only seen on television, like real gangster type brothers, and they had this swag. I was like, oh, y'all be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like I was excited. But I used to talk like this, right? Like I talk like this, and I really talk like this because this is where I came from. The people are around. Like I really, and so I'm like, oh, I'm trying to curse and learn how to curse and all that, right? So it was really funny, and people made fun of me for the way I talked. I wasn't Black enough. I was dark on the outside and white on the inside. It was that kind of stuff, right? But I was really excited when I started hanging out with my brothers and sisters. So like I am really excited to do this work. And I'm really excited to be going to Washington on the 20th. We are about to do the darn thing, right? Come aboard this reparations train. Come and stand with us. Come march with us on the 20th and the 21st. As we march for reparations, as we call out for reparations, come with us. If you're not talking, if you're American citizen of slavery, you're not talking about reparations, then you are not talking about fighting with your people, working with your people. And I'm sorry, it's my son. Hey, love, I am doing my show right now. I am at home. I'm doing my show. I'll call you as soon as I get off. I'm like live on the air. Hello? Okay. But so I have so enjoyed you guys, and I think I've been live about 45 minutes. It seems like so much longer. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down because I think that once you've said all you need to say, that you really should shut up. I'm just saying. I have so enjoyed you guys. Please, 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 please donate to donate. You can donate to ICIL Ministries. You can donate to BLM Minnesota. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my hashtag number right here. I'm going to put my Cash App number in the chat. I did not do that right. See? Nope. Okay, that's my Cash App. You can donate to my Cash App for the rally, and all proceeds go to helping those who cannot necessarily afford to get to our Washington D.C. rally, helping them with lodging and travel and food and those things. So please help us send someone. Help someone to go to D.C. That's what we love. I love you guys. I am so appreciative. We're going to get this together. I'm going to be looking for a coach, like I said, and I'm excited about what's to come. I love you all, and there's absolutely nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing that any of you can do about it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.